If you can't do this one thing, you'll never be successful. Not in business, not in fitness, not in life. You'll keep waking up broke, soft, and invisible while others lap you. Here's the truth. It's not talent, money, or luck that separates winners from losers. It is discipline at the core of it. And if you can't master it, brother, you're gonna die average. Most men lie to themselves. They think scrolling podcasts, saving business ideas, watching motivational clips means that they're working on themselves. But look at your body. It's still the same. Look at your bank account. Still the same. Look at your habits. Still the same. Weak, empty. You snooze alarms, you skip the gym, you say you'll start tomorrow. You treat success like it's a lottery ticket instead of a skill that must be forged. Another interesting thought that I've come across recently is the biggest difference between men that actually make something of themselves and men that don't. And the biggest factor is not necessarily decision making or luck or looks or anything that I've talked about at the start of this video. It's speed of execution. When you make a decision, how quick are you able to implement and start executing that decision? How quickly are you able to, like I said, put that foot forward, put that foot in the doorway and take that step, take that initiative. That example I gave, okay, like I launched my brand way earlier than I should have. It's working because I put the pressure on myself. How quick are you able to execute decisions? How quick are you able to set good habits? It takes about 3 days to start a habit, 30 days to nail the habit, 3 months to make it part of your identity. Make it part of your identity. You're a man of action now. You're not a man that sits and scrolls and consumes content for the fuck of it. Now, let me tell you a little story about myself as a young kid, because I wasn't always disciplined. But when I was young, I'm talking 8, 7 years old, my dad used to drag me to training at 6 a.m., 5 a.m. I still remember the wet grass under my cleats, the sting of the cold air in my lungs. That's where discipline was beaten into me. But yet, when I came to America, I lost that. I got lost in the source. Friends, relationships, social circles, events, parties, having a good time. As you get older, you start to lose those core beliefs that were drilled into you as a kid. Maybe you were the same. I was working brutal 30-hour construction shifts, metallic dust coating my mouth, boots heavy with sweat. 3 a.m. I'd sit on the concrete and wonder if this was all the life had for me. I wasn't lazy, I just wasn't locked in. Without discipline, I was just another guy wasting his potential. You guys don't know this, but your potential is far greater than what you actually think it was. One of the greatest quotes I ever heard in my life was by Nietzsche. He said something like, "I know of no greater life purpose than to perish in trying to accomplish the great and impossible." Set impossible tasks, set impossible great dreams for yourself, and do everything you can in your power to get there, because at the end of the day, guys, think about what is your ideal day. Just pause the video, sit down, actually think about what is your ideal day. What does that look like? From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, what do you do in your ideal day? That's your dream life. Now, every day you spend not working towards that ideal day is a day wasted. Believe it or not, going to your 9 to 5 isn't bringing you closer to your ideal day. So at the end of it, yes, going to your 9 to 5 can be a waste of time, can be a waste of your life. Salary is the biggest drug. It's the biggest poison that society has taught us. It is the most addictive substance on this planet. Not drugs, not coffee, not nicotine, salary. From young, we are conditioned to aim for salary. And once we have that, that's our safety net. We don't need to do anything more. But you've got one life, and the graveyard is full of men who thought they had more time. Remember that. The day I decided to commit, everything shifted. Same man, same circumstances, but a completely different identity. Discipline gave me the body, yes, but it built my brand. Discipline turned a broke barber into a 50K per month entrepreneur, online only. Villas in Bali, right now I'm on the coast of the Mediterranean. Content that reaches millions. A grooming empire built by brick by brick. Not because I was lucky, but because I was chosen. Not by anybody else, but I chose me. I decided to make the sacrifices needed. It's a lonely path. People always ask me, okay, like, what's it like doing, living this life where you can travel and do whatever you want? But at the end of the day, it's actually very lonely. If you're not comfortable with yourself, you'll never be able to do anything you want to be doing. You'll always be at the mercy of other people's opinions. You'll always be at the mercy of other people's judgments, perspectives. This lens that you're wearing, the metaphorical lens of life, it was conditioned to you since you were young, and you need to break that mold. You need to understand that you don't need that. What is discipline? Why discipline? Why is it even important? Because excuses, they don't pay. Your 9 to 5 doesn't bring you closer to your ideal day. The system isn't built for ambitious men. Why are ambitious and great men one in many, one of few? Because the only man you can't escape is the one staring back in the mirror. If you can't do that, if you can't lock in, delay gratification, and build the habits that bring you closer to your ideal day, you'll never, ever be the man that you want to be. You've got to have urgency. You've got to start it right now. What are some actionable steps that we can actually take to bring us closer? Write a list of priorities you have in your life. okay? Responsibilities. Rank them by urgency, by how important they are. You will see a very good list of the responsibilities that you as a person need to accomplish. Maybe you need to look after people. Maybe you need to bring in the money, bring in the bills, bring in the food. Whatever it is that you need to be doing as a man, write it down and then rank them by urgency and by importance, priority. I am curious to see how many of you are gonna actually write down that hanging out with your friends and boosting on the weekends and wasting money, wasting time and resources, assets that you have right now to go fuck around. This notion, this idea that you're only young for a certain amount of time, you enjoy your youth. What does that even mean? Enjoy your fucking youth. What is that? Enjoy your youth. How many Friday nights do you need? How many fucking Saturday nights do you need? How many times do you need to wake up blacked out on a farm? How many times do you need to do that? You're not fucking 17, 18 anymore. You don't need to be doing that. Wasting your youth. That's the biggest bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Remember this, if you don't shape up right now, what did I say at the beginning of this video? The graveyard is full of men who thought they had more time. You don't have time. Do it now. The elite, they don't ease into excellence. They don't wait for the correct moment. When I wanted to launch my brand, right? I launched my brand a month ago. I was getting so many messages like, oh, you gotta wait for this. You gotta learn how to do that. You know, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but you don't need to know what you're doing. All you need to do is just get the ball fucking rolling and start right now. You'll learn as you go. When I started working as a barber, I had no idea how to fucking cut hair. Boom, in the barbershop, learn as I go. When I wanted to monetize my social media, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Boom, I just get into it. Yes, in the beginning, it's never gonna be perfect. But what is the biggest experience that teaches us lessons? Failure. You don't learn if you don't fail. You can have the correct textbooks, you can have mentors, people telling you what to do, but unless you actually take the step forward, the initiative to put your fucking right foot through the door, it's not gonna happen. So what did I do? I launched months before I was ready, before the website was even ready, before I even had the logistics set down, and I put pressure on myself. Another advice that a lot of young men get is like, go somewhere and rent a fucking apartment that you can't afford and you'll figure it out. And I really like that. I like that idea. It's put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. One of the greatest books I ever read that put me on my self-improvement journey was Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. And in there, one of the biggest quotes he said was, find comfort in the uncomfortable, callous your mind. You need to put pressure on yourself. This notion that, okay, you're only young for so long and enjoy it. What about this? You're only capable for so long. Do you think when you're 40, 50, you're gonna be able to put 50 hours in three days on the laptop to build up your online business? No, but you can do that at the age of 22, 23, 25, 26. You can put 50 hours. You can stay up nights on end. You can sacrifice. What's gonna happen when you settle down with your missus? You got wife, kids. Are you gonna be able to dedicate that time to yourself? No. So the right idea is 100% not, oh, enjoy your youth while you can. You're only young for so long. No, you're only capable for so long. Okay, you can only put in the work for so long. Don't waste this opportunity right now and get to 40, 50, look back and think I could have done more. The pain of regret is a much heavier pain, okay, than the pain of discipline. Now, a lot of you watching this video right now might feel inspired, might feel you got this itch in yourself to do something. You'll nod, you'll feel a spark, and you'll close this video and guess what? You'll get back to fucking scrolling. Prove me wrong. Drop a comment right now if you're actually ready to fix your body, fix your life, shape up and ship out, or stay quiet if you're not. Like I said, the elites, they don't ease into excellence. Depending where you are in your journey, right? I went ahead and at the start, when I wanted to monetize my social media, I created an online community for hundreds of men who are ready to dive into the world of discipline, ready to dive into the world of self-improvement. If you want to get in shape, dial in your mindset, and be surrounded by an environment, a circle of high ambitious men, there's a link down in the description to a special offer for my online community. Usually my community is $80 a month, but if you click the link in my bio right now, it's only $30 a month. For $1 a day, you'll have everything you need to set your path forward. Everything that I used to start 2 years ago when I was a broke college kid in Kansas, cutting hair in dorms, the exact protocols, the exact gym sessions, the exact diets that I used. So if that sounds like you and you're ready to get yourself going, get the ball rolling in terms of self-improvement, click the link below, join the game plan for $1 a day. It will change your life. But like I said, nice and short video, short, sharp and sweet. Remember, the graveyard is full of men who thought they had more time. You don't have time. Do something about it. Stay sharp, stay handsome. I'll catch you later.